Make sure that. All right, Jeff Zimmerman here with two division world champ, former undisputed at 145 or 135, I should say, going for his third division title at 147 versus WBO champ Brian Norman Jr. November 22nd in Riyadh. How you doing, champ?
Doing great. How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. You're going against the guy, Brian Norman, who, man, it just seems like a high risk, low reward for you. You've been at the mountaintop for a long time. This is a guy on the rise. It seems like him fighting you is going to do a lot more for him than it would for you. Talk about the choice and about the fight.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that. I would say that it's a high risk, high reward. Because I think that he's the best in the division at 147 pounds, and I haven't fought there, obviously. So once I beat him, I become the man of the division. I become the man of the division. Welterweight champion, a dream come true of mine. So it just puts me, deeper in the history books, and so yeah, no, I think that is high risk, high reward.
And Devin, I've been knowing you for a little while now, through your dad and everything. You guys have always been great in Vegas and stuff. You're one of the few guys in boxing that's not just chasing a bag, but chasing legacy, to your point. I would
Yeah.
put Bud in that category, Shakur, Benavidez, Canelo for all these years. Talk about that because it seems like most guys are just chasing that bag today.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just a throwback fighter. I've been saying this. I've been calling out the best fighters in the world since I was a young guy. When I was calling out guys like Robert Easter, Luke Campbell. So when I was young. So that's just the type of fighter that I am. I really want to test myself against the best fighters in the world. Because I truly believe that I'm one of the best fighters in the world. And I want my name to be lived on with the greats. I want to be, mentioned with the greats when it's all said and done. So, this is nothing new for me.
Yeah, and you're fighting a guy in Norman. I've spoken to him before too. He kind of has that throwback mentality too. He was even wearing the war hat, which I'm sure came from Hagler when he fought Hearns. Um, is this the super fight that no one expected? Like it seems like it has the
Yeah, I mean
potential
this
to be.
this is what it's all. This is what it's about. The best fighters fighting the best fighters in the world. He's a young hungry lion. I'm a young hungry lion, and we going in there to battle out to be welterweight champion, the man of the division, and that's what it's all said about. That's what it's all about. The best fighting the best.
With that being said, and you have been one of the best for a long time, it still seems like you're fighting for respect, that you still don't get your due as a fighter. And you've been at this for about 10 years now. You and your dad have done incredible things in the sport. But why
Thank you.
is it that you're not getting that due?
Um, I don't know. It's not for me to really focus on. I gotta keep, you know, um, setting the goals higher and higher. You know, keep beating whoever they put in front of me, and when it's all said and done, they'll give me my credit. But it's not for me to really focus on. I just want to keep just fighting the best fighters in the world, beating the best fighters in the world, and that's the main thing. It's credit really important to me. It is what it is. Right now, right now it is what it is. But when it's all said and done, they will give me my credit.
How do you rate Norman as a fighter? Because we know he's got the big left hook. Do you think he's a one trick pony? Like, I mean, you go into every fight thinking you're going to win, but how do you rate him?
Um, we've been studying Norman. We know what he does well. We know what he does. His way not so well. We knows his flaws. We knows his weaknesses. But we also know what he does well. So it's just for me to go in there and exploit that, and handicap him of what he does well, and just show the world that I am that guy. I'm on that next level.
Yeah, and obviously, I mentioned he's got the big left hook. That was something that, Ryan, got you with. Do you
Mm.
work extra on that, or do you take anything from that fight going into this fight?
Yeah, of course. Every fight, we learn from it. We get better fights that we win, fights that we lose. And so I definitely, learned from a lot from the Ryan fight, and I'm a much better fighter than I was then. I've learned from the mistakes that I made in that fight, and also the things that I did good in that fight. So I can't wait to show November 22nd that I'm a much better Devin Haney than I was in the Ryan fight, better Devin Haney than I was in the Ramirez fight, better fighter than I was in the Loma fight. Just to show that I'm a new and improved version, and that's what it's about. Every fight, I want to get better and better.
Yeah, and they say you can't take a punch, yet you got up every time from Ryan,
Yeah,
who tested for PED. So I think you showed you had a chin.
yeah, for sure. I mean, like I said, they're gonna say something regardless, but at the end of the day, I showed a lot. I showed a lot of heart. I showed grit. I showed that I have a chin in that fight, and you know, um, it is what it is.
Yeah,
I
and
look
we'll
forward to
wrap up
November
here.
22nd.
Yeah.
I look forward to November 22nd, showing how great I really am.
And let me ask you, Oscar's confirmed yesterday he's here for the Lubin Ortiz fight this weekend. Another great fight. He confirmed that Ryan's going to be fighting Barrios for his WBC belt pending negotiations. It seems like the stars are aligning for that rematch. You get through Norman, he wins his first title, which is not a walk in the park, as you know. Um, would that rematch be on the horizon? You want that rematch?
Absolutely, I think that it's a lot of question marks, still there with that fight. It's a lot of unanswered questions that the fans want to see. The fans want to know. I want to right that wrong, in my career, and I can't wait.
Yeah, and
But
isn't it
it all starts with me winning on November 22nd, which I'll do, and then we'll move forward with that.
Yeah, you guys Tank, Shakur, Ryan, Tio, you guys all came in. You guys have all become stars in the sport, and you got compared to the Four Kings, Hagler, Hearns, Duran, and all that. Um, Now you guys, it seems like the buzz is there. You guys might start fighting each other. First, it was just you and Ryan. Now,
Yeah.
you try to fight Tio, didn't happen. Now you got Tio maybe fighting Shakur. Just talk about you guys and finally getting those big fights, those legendary fights.
I mean, I knew that it was only a matter of time until we actually was going to fight each other. So, it's everybody's, cross is going to cross paths, you know, eventually, and I think that it's happened sooner. Soon, it's happening sooner than later.
Who do you like in Tio Shakur if that fight gets done?
I think that it's a great fight for boxing. Uh, I would like to see the fight get made, and then I'll tell you my prediction. Once the fight
Okay,
get made, we'll follow up. We'll follow back up, and then I'll tell you.
fair enough. And 147, I know you're a big kid. 154 on the horizon, perhaps
Yeah.
next year.
I don't know. I wouldn't say next year. It's a lot for me. It's still a lot. It's a whole weight class for me at 147. To unify and possibly become undisputed at. Um, but it all starts with November 22nd.
What should we expect November 22nd against Brian Norman, which I think,
Yes, come in, please. Yes, come in, please. Come in. Sorry,
no,
sorry.
no, you're good, Devin. Last question. What should we expect November 22nd, which I think
Uh,
has fight of the year potential?
we'll see. I think it's a great fight for boxing. Um, I'm excited for it. I worked super hard this training camp. Um, I look to go in there and win, look great, go in there, have fun, and like I said, I can't wait.
You heard it. Devin Haney, big fight November 22nd in Riyadh against the dangerous Brian Norman Jr. Best of luck, Devin, and look forward to doing this again.
Thank you, brother.
All right, take care.
You too.